Welcome back everyone. This is Anirudh and I've come back with another topic in maths, comparing quantities. This is the first part of this chapter, content. In this chapter, we'll be discussing about ratios, proportions, standard form, percentages, converting ratios into percentages and vice versa, converting decimals and fractions into percentages and vice versa, cost price, selling price, profit and profit percentages, loss and loss percentages, finding principal amount, finding interest, finding rate of interest, and finding time period. So let's get started with our chapter. In this video, we'll discuss about ratios and proportions. Ratios. How are ratios used? Ratios are used to make comparisons by saying how much one quantity is of the other. The symbol used to denote ratio is a colon, which is known as is to. This colon is the symbol for ratio. For example, if the height of a person A is 150 centimeter and height of a person B is 120 centimeters, then we can convert them into simplest form, which is 5 by 4. In ratio, we say it as 5:4. Equivalent ratios. Like equivalent fractions and decimals, there are even equivalent ratios. To find an equivalent ratio, first we need to convert the ratios into fractional form. Like we did in fractions and decimals, we are going to find equivalent ratios by multiplying or dividing the numerator and the denominator, both the numerator and the denominator, with the same number. So let's try it. First example is 1:4. We will multiply both first we need to convert them. 1:4 will be 1 by 4 in fractional form. Now we need to multiply both numerator and denominator. As we can't divide, we need to multiply. So we'll multiply both of them with 2. 1 into 2 by 4 into 2, which will give 2 by 8, which is in ratio we write it as 2:8. So 2:8 is an equivalent ratio of 1:4. Now another example, 2:3. This also will multiply both the numbers with 2 only. 2 multiplied by 2 by 3 multiplied by 2 will give us 4 by 6. In ratio we write it as 4:6. So 4:6 is an equivalent ratio of 2:3. Now we will move on to proportions. What are proportions? The ratios which are said to be equivalent are said to be proportions. The symbol to denote proportion is double colon. The symbol is the symbol of proportion, which is the double colon, is the same as equal to symbol. For example, if as we saw here 1:4 and 2:8 are equivalent, so we'll take them. 1 by 4 is equal to 2 by 8. So in proportion we write it as 1:4, the proportion symbol, which is the double colon, 1:4 proportion to 2:8. Now we'll try some more examples of ratios and proportions. So first example we'll take it as 2:4. So 2 is to 4. First we need to convert them into fractional form. 2 by 4. Now here we can either divide or multiply, but I am multiplying here. So 2 multiplied by 2 by 4 multiplied by 2 will give 4 by 8, which is in ratio, it is 4 is to 8. One more example, 6 is to 9. This will multiply with 3. 6 into 3 by 9 into 3 will give 18 by 27. So it is 18 by 27. In ratio we write it as 18 is to 27. Some more examples of equivalent. Now we'll check with proportions. As we saw here, 6 is to 9 and 18 is to 27 are equal. 6 is to 9 is equal to 18 is to 27. So in proportion we write it as 6 is to 9 proportionate to 18 is to 27. Now one more example. 3 is to 4 is equal to 6 is to 8. So we write it as 3 is to 4 proportional to 6 is to 8. So that's it for this video. In the upcoming videos, we'll learn more things like standard form percentages. So thank you and have a good day.